Test, test. Think it's working. Okay, let's see. So hi everyone and welcome to my channel, Hisame Artwork. Let's see if I can make two files here. If it can handle two windows. Okay, 7,000. Okay, it cannot handle two windows. I can see it here. Can it detach? Well, that's unfortunate. But I don't think I want it that big. 300, let's say, because it keeps increasing. Let's say 900 by 1200. And save this as mermaid so I don't close the wrong one, and I can close the untitled. There we go. And let's see where I'm gonna fit this one so I can still see what I'm doing. It's gonna be pretty crowded. Okay, so I'm taking out my tablet, and let me just choose some colors. But will it let me? Okay, because I don't want any blues, and I'm gonna want green, more of a bluish green. Yep, and that's gonna be pretty much my color palette. And I'm gonna look at some examples here. So I want to draw more in like this, because it's a style that I really like, and I'm gonna try and do more of it. I have a dark little corner there. Now let's see if I can recreate June's cuteness. Kind of don't have much room to draw. try and draw the ear. Mine looks a bit angry. There we go. And now his adorable little haircut. His head is too round. Gonna have to take some of it off. And let's see, where is opacity? It's still erasing. This opacity button really works differently. It's more of a strength than not sure. Okay, this is an interesting feature. I have an opacity bar that I can adjust on both ends. So yeah, the buttons in PaintStorm are not your regular buttons. It has a lot of neat features, and I still haven't gotten the hang of them. Oh, oops. I forgot I already put tea. I still haven't woken up. I put sugar twice in my tea. It's gonna be so sweet. Yes, I didn't sleep very well last night. Okay, let me try and do his head the same way June did. I feel like I just made it worse. close enough. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I gotta add 3 more. Okay. And I'll add the stitching later. I just want to see that I'm able to draw the character. And first of all, I'm gonna have to shrink it. Because fortunately I can do that. I like the line width control on Paintstorm. It's a lot more sensitive and responsive to the pen pressure than Photoshop or Clip Studio Paint. And these are the default settings here. Maybe I can get to that in the other programs as well if I fiddle more with the settings. Let's see if I can increase the image size, because it feels to me like it's too small. Canvas size, okay. 3000. Does it do it automatically? No. So I doubled it. Let's see. Yep. I feel like mine is a bit more fat. so here I'm gonna try and do it even more blue. See if it works with that. So I want to do the octopus red. Okay, this one doesn't work like I thought it would. Yeah, something more like that. Blenders are too strong and they don't have enough color. So this is a very messy art style that I'm kind of not used to it, but I'm gonna try and learn it and actually be quick in it. But at least that's the plan. If I can't, it's no big deal. Each artist has their own style. What works for another artist doesn't mean it will work for me. Once I get the base colors done, I'm gonna try and do the background. Let's see if I'm struggling too much. I'm gonna try and do the old way. Ah, come on, go down. Oh, they're up here. Okay. Should check more and see if my stream is still working properly. Okay, and I have one person watching. Hi there. Close. I have 8 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Just checking. I forgot to use yellow. I meant to, but I forgot. Okay, so I'm gonna do another layer and rename it background. Okay. And I'm gonna look at my reference again. And I really like that intense yellow and green background. So let's say it's a nice warm day. Let's see if I can blend these to make them look okay. If not, we can always change it. Okay, so I'm at blenders. And I wanted something more with bristles so I can see them. Where was it? Nope, it's not this one. At least I don't think it is. Pinch? I gotta start writing these down. Like when I find one that I like, to write down the name. think this might have been this one, and it's not even a blender, but it acts like a blender. So it's dirty in impasto. Okay, oil. But it's definitely using a lot of processing power, like it's barely drawing. Think I may have to finish this background without streaming, because I don't have the CPU power for it. Oh wait, not yet. Still want to finish adding hair to his head. I'm gonna rename this kid. Let's see if I can. So I've never painted with oils as far as I can remember. So this is definitely a challenge. I can't rotate the brush too much. I'm gonna try and do it. think I may have set myself too hard of a challenge. But I figured, how else am I gonna learn if I don't try? Maybe I should have done it offline. In hindsight. But I'm hoping that if I zoom out, it'll look okay, because that's usually the trick with oil painting. It looks horrible up close. But when you zoom out, you get that nice painted look. Well, his face is not the right shape, among other issues. Oh, and actually should be kind of more on the yellowish side, because we're having the light come. Okay, okay, let's try it this way. That is so weird. So I was looking at some YouTube tutorials about oil painting. I think the guy was actually complaining about digital art in general, but from my experience, I'd say that what he was complaining about fit well more with traditional oil painting than digital. And he was saying that, oh, kids these days, they blend too much, they get too close to the canvas, and that you shouldn't be doing that, and that you should be drawing from a distance. And I definitely agree with that on on oil painting, or simulation of oil painting, which is what I'm doing here in Paint Storm. It's just not helpful to do it from close up. It looks like a mess and you can easily get lost, so you need to do it more from a distance. But you can get some really neat looking effects. So I would definitely recommend trying out PaintStorm, but you have been warned it's not a easy program to work with if you're not used to this. Um, it's kind of a mix of two things, so probably not. Neither party's gonna be too happy about it in the beginning. Neither the traditional oil painters nor the digital artists. I think it will require a lot of hours to get into this program. I mean, I've already been painting in it for a while now, and still I'm having issues, to say the least. It just goes everywhere at once. It never does what I expect it to. And yeah, this could be a good thing. But you know, right now I'm trying to draw a collarbone and it's not working. Also, I keep doing things that usually I do in when drawing comics or anime style. Like I try and have a border for things, and you just usually don't have like line art in an oil painting. I mean, you can define the edges with color, but you don't have line art in the sense of you have in cartoon illustrations. So it has color from the previous brush stroke, which I think is really neat. Kind of remembers that, and then it dirties up your brush. I think it definitely takes a while getting used to it. I like the idea. I think that if I learn how to use it properly, I can get some really nifty effects. But like I said, I need to learn more. And it's 12, so I got 1 more hour to try and finish this. Let's see how it looks. Not good. Come on. Yeah, very hard to control the way it's going. But I definitely recommend trying out different brushes. See what you prefer in different programs. Who knows, you might like the messy, artsy look. I don't think Bastion was using the same program as I am yet now because I just can't find the brushes that they used. I think they used Photoshop. There are some brushes that if you combine them a certain way you can get a more painted look. And with Photoshop you can control the rotation of your brush. So that's nice. But I would like to kind of try and master Paintstorm because it has a lot of neat features that I would have enjoyed to. What's it doing there? To have. At least I can go from one program to the other, you know. If I need something. For example, I do my line art in Clip Studio Paint because I just have way more control over it there than I do in any other program. And then I do the shading and texturing in Photoshop because I have a brush that I could make the exact way I wanted it. So I'm trying to find out the strengths and weaknesses of this program for me. So that when I do use it, I get the final result that I was aiming for. I'm gonna try and do the fingers. The Windows key is right next to the Alt key, unfortunately, and keep pressing it. Let me move my keyboard. There we go. Move my keyboard to the left a bit. Because I'm not looking at my keyboard when I'm pressing these keyboard shortcuts. I wish I had a brush that erased, had a hard erase, but I can't find it. But I think I can turn this one. Yep. Yes. This is an interesting feature, like all the brushes, even blenders and things like that, I think have this option where you just check that little box there and it becomes a eraser. So you can make pretty much any brush a eraser, and I think that's awesome. I'm gonna try and draw some scales. So the original is by June Fender and my friend, and I will do a I'll put the link to her website in the video description. Hers turned out better than mine. And another friend of mine, she did a really nice mermaid as well. I think I will ask her too, and I'll try a different style to draw, just so you guys can have a comparison of the programs and the abilities and things like that. although I think I should be doing like the same illustration. I think it will be a better comparison. Not sure, you guys let me know what you would prefer. Month of May is Mermaid month. That wrist is way too thick. I'm gonna try and even it. Come on, program, you can do it. The brush is snagging. It doesn't want to work properly. I feel if I try to fix it and just make it worse. Maybe I should also be using a different pen nib, I suspect, because I have one that simulates what's it called? Crayon pencil. And I think I need one that's more like plastic, so it would glide more similar to how oil painting brushes, you know, because they're oily, they glide a lot more. I don't know if you could have heard in the recording, but the other nib was squeaking and snagging. So you may want to have this in mind as well. Yeah, different motion, but this nib is new, and this one doesn't have any snag, and it's just rolling off. So if you're not getting the result you wanted, it's not necessarily that you're a horrible painter. Sorry, horrible painter. It might be that you're not using the right brushes, so it might not be the program's fault, you know, for what's going on. It's just that you're not using it correctly. So I got a lot more flow now. But I think that my computer is not handling the calculations because it just breaks sometimes, you know, the brush. It's doing some weird stuff. I like that I have undo because it picked up that little spot of green there and it just smeared it all everywhere. Yeah, let's see if I can erase that soft line because it looks blurry and it doesn't really look good. I mean, if you zoom out, you're not gonna see it, but that's just my issue with it. They have nice, clean, sharp edges. Since I'm doing like the finishing up, I don't really need the reference anymore, so I can close that and have more room. Yeah, it's getting pretty blurry and not a very good resolution, so I'm not gonna insist too much on those details there because it's not going as I hoped. Okay. The other ear seems to be too low and not the same shape. So I'm gonna try and see if I can move it up a bit. And try and give it more of that mermaid look. And this fills it up better. And now I'm gonna get the brush that I used before, try to even out the style so it fits with the rest. Still looks weird. Best not to focus too much on it. Nico, nice drawing, thank you. I'm experimenting with Paintstorm and was trying to do something more in the style of Bastion, but they're using different brushes and different programs, so I wasn't able to get the thing that I wanted this time, but with a bit more practice I think I can get it in Paintstorm as well, and also get the painting texture that I wanted as well. So like these lines here are not going in the right direction. Maybe more like this. Hi June! As you can see, I wasn't able to get your level of cuteness. So this is the reference image I used. That is done by my friend June Fender here. And yours is cuter than mine. You've mastered the cute face. But I tried. Like, I tried. My brush was just going all over the place. And I'm not very good at it either way. But I'm gonna try and do more on pencil. Oh, come on, it's cute. I think it looks creepy more than cute, but if you guys think it's cute, I'm glad, because I would have to disagree. I say the squid is my favorite out of all of this. Oh, I forgot to do the rest of the stitching. Good thing I remembered. I still have time. So how have you guys been? How's it going? I think I made the stitches too big or too many. Let's see, how many undos do I have? Quite a lot. Thank you. At home fixing things. Good luck. I know you had a big project. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I saw. I mean, there's no rush with the pages. Oh, if you're not feeling well, I still have that the illustration with the ginger tabby that I can put on Tapastic. It's been tricky weather, you know. It seems like it's warm, but it's not that warm. Like, my husband got sick. He has a cold. So far, I'm still doing okay. So it was sunny and then it rained. And I think that's how a lot of people got sick around here. I just stayed inside the house. I was like, nope. Not 100% good weather. I'm not going out. I think he's more of a swamp mermaid with all of this vegetation. Hey Dracarius, how's it going? How have you been? I've been great. Oh, awesome. Super glad for you. I was thinking June, maybe next week I can try and do Anna's mermaid, because she did a really nice, interesting idea. She kind of mixed a mermaid with a what is it called? Tigerfish. If not for Wednesday's stream, next page will be done for Saturday. Well, I haven't given you the sketch for the next page because I need some more information, and my husband's been sick, so I needed his help to do the next page because there's some calculations that the character is doing, and I wanted to make sure that they're correct. Let's rename this one Bubbles. And I'm gonna hide that for now. I'm gonna try and do some bubbles, so I have more room to see what I'm doing. I don't know if I should put it so close to his behind, it will seem like the bubbles are coming from him. That's why he's so happy. So I'm just gonna put him to the side here. Yeah, I mean, I did the page for the most part, but I think I'll just give it to you like that, and so you have time to do it. And then, because it takes you time to do the sketch part as well, and hopefully by that time he'll be better. Mm-hmm. Making bubbles in oil painting, not the best idea I've ever had. It looks anything but like a bubble. Okay. So I just press this little button here and hocus pocus, the brush becomes an eraser. Which is rather convenient. Well, it looks more like bubbles now. Oh, that art looks great so far. It looks horrible to me, but oh, what are those squares? Why do I have white squares in my illustration? No, 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 no. Where did that come from? Okay. How did that happen? That is so weird. New page. Okay, rename. Algae. Yeah, it's a glitch, but it was weird. I mean, have you gotten this on before? I hate it when it happens. So like you've gotten it too? Oops. So far I'd say that the dirty Impasto oil brush is the best. I've never gotten this error before in PaintStorm, so that was new, and I was panicking because it took me so long to make it, and I thought the error was on the layer um, that I had the mermaid on. So yeah, I think I'll stop here. Uh, and thank you guys for watching. Next stream is gonna be Wednesday between 3 and 5 Michigan, USA time. Um, Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have any more questions or suggestions, let me know. And those of you watching the recording, you can leave them in the comments below. This was another test in PaintStorm. PaintStorm is digital illustration program specialized in simulating traditional art mediums such as oil and watercolor. It's definitely a neat program. It's very tricky. I don't recommend it for beginners of any kind. It will not make your life easier. Everything will look horrible and you will hate yourself. But um, once you get the hang of it, I think you can get some really beautiful art that is digital, so you have all the advantages of digital art and also the artsy beauty of traditional mediums. So thank you again, and hope you've enjoyed it, and see you next time. Bye bye everyone.